Welcome to the Chill Zone.
Help us celebrate you.
On the Chill Zone.
Yoruba 9:30.
1076. You're listening to the power station over here. It's 8 minutes down the hour, and we need to do this the right way, though. Yeah, it's Monday, and there's nothing else than success driving you out of your bed in the morning, though. Gambia, I give you the number one artist in Gambia right now and across the world.
How you doing, Gambia? It's your boy G.
Yes, you heard it live.
And we are in the chill zone today.
Bilahi, boy. We had to just drive you off your busy schedule to just have a quick sit down.
Nah, it was more like me wanting to come here.
Yeah, like. But welcome. I know it's been long awaited. I'm definitely going to start off from the beginning. I managed to draft up a few questions, but I know it's I mean, always like you get to plan it doesn't really work out that way. But you've been able to transcend from old school to new school.
But by force.
I mean, you portray yourself like with a beard now, an afro. That's like really old school.
Well, they want me to be old, so I'm gonna be old now.
Okay, good. So yeah, I like that. So, what was life before for you? Especially, I mean, your music. What was it before the era of internet?
To be honest, I've been doing it before the internet.
Of course.
Yeah, and I had like hits. I wouldn't call them hits, but they were popular songs around around. That was back then where the only radio show that plays Gambia music was X-Man.
Wow,
so, there wasn't internet really going on. So I think I was one of the artists that actually started using the internet as well as a proper platform and try to build my music. Okay, now you see artists now they're on the internet everywhere, but then once you talk, they're like, Facebook, because around that time it was my it was my Facebook that was that was
that way that's where everyone pretty much could go to for reference.
So even if I don't post for a month, that's still in their head. They'll be like, hang on, Facebook, because I already post way more than I do.
Wow. Yeah, so how has it changed your the sphere of the music? How has internet, especially in Gambia, to you? How has it changed the perception of Gambian music?
Now I think in terms of promotion, it's actually doing a good job.
Okay.
Yeah, but not everybody really uses the internet on time. At times you might post stuff like a week. There's some people that go on the internet. So you have to you have to weigh stuff. You have to know I'm gonna do this much online, but I have to do this much on ground.
Wow.
If you really base it on the internet, it doesn't really work that way.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, this whole culture thing that was going on.
Well, I mean, was it called For the Culture? Wow, I get it. I'm on For the Culture kind of thing, though. Yeah.
It was for underground.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't really, what was going on happening, but it was for us, the artists here, we were doing back and forth. Because at the end of the day, if outside, let's say it's actually
listening to
rap.
Wow.
And I talk about Easy T. He doesn't know who Easy T is.
Of course
he doesn't know who I'm talking to. This scene happened. I talked about this. You came here. You went. They don't really want to know.
True.
They want to listen to music. So what this Jibril project was doing is, I've actually I'm actually trying to redo my whole internet online streaming and everything.
Okay.
So I have a new contract with the plug. And what this and this project was basically to launch my online followers to know I'll be having stuff on iTunes and stuff like that. So it's every 2 months or something there'll be stuff out from the label.
Okay. That's into the platforms.
Yeah, for example, SoundCloud. I mean,
basically, SoundCloud is kind of saturated. I mean, because everyone in some way somehow has some.
I started using SoundCloud. I started using SoundCloud. It was it wasn't what was popping back then. I just went across the site and I liked it and I started using it and I saw everybody using it. To be honest, yeah. But the thing is, along the years, if I like had, like if I showed you my stats, I had like, I still have about 1.6 million plays.
Right.
Like if you add all up all together, it didn't make me a single penny.
Okay. Now, would you consider yourself successful?
In terms of
Gambia music. Music wise. Yeah, Gambia music wise.
Boy, I haven't reached like half of where I want to reach, but anyway, successful is not the word. I'm doing okay.
Wow. So you're let's say so you would consider yourself to be a privilege, basically, above when it comes to the music.
I could proudly say I'm on the top of my game, and like my place in the music scene. Like I have nobody that's really been, you know, knocking me out. Because of the thing is, okay, you have like, okay, for example, an ST, like he's really doing well.
Wow.
But we don't cross paths.
Of
like,
course. I mean, he's like on a different.
Yeah, what I'm doing is different. And who else again? I would say, and ENC is doing reggae.
Exactly.
For what I'm doing, I don't see anybody.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel that because of recent there's been a lot of old generation, new generation kind of back and forth clash, and do you feel that the new generation doesn't really pay homage?
Most of them, yes.
Wow.
Most of them, yes. But I would tell you there are a few of them that are really humble.
Okay.
Like for example, I'll give an example. Nobles, for example.
Wow.
Okay, they're like anybody that's doing an event, be it you, Danny, or me, or whatever, they will behave like it's their event.
True.
They would actually share posters, they would share flyers, they would promote it like it's there. That's why whatever they're doing, to us, the old generation, would actually come and support as well. Yeah, but you have this thing where this mentality of these little rappers that just come up, like if they tell you you're better, okay, what you aim for is G. Let me diss G. Now, if you diss me and you want to, and I'm having a platform or something, why would I put you on my platform?
True.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of these new upcoming rappers, like, they kind of do not what they want, but what they feel is cool around their boys.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not
so most of the new age rappers are peer influenced.
Yes.
Wow.
The same people that goes to the shows is the same people that go to the next show. It's the same. So it's like I was at the starter stage of my career. Like I know how it feels like.
True.
You do this. But at the time, like after a year, 2 years, 3 years, it gets boring.
True.
Like those same fans you've been catering to, they get old.
And then they begin to want to listen to some other form of music.
Yeah, but then if you make timeless music that could cater for grown folks for this thing, it doesn't matter how old they are. Even when they're like in their 50s, and they can
be
listen
able
to your stuff. Yeah,
rock to it. The EP Jibril. Let's talk a little bit about that. Now, it's some form of a recreation of G sound. I know there was a time when we used to like, boy, G music kami boy. So ko do lang bukan hangam lang talk di yo garek. Na ko music you can pretty much jam to it. Now, what brought in the switch?
When you're doing music, there's a part where, as in, you don't do what you want to do for yourself at times.
Okay.
Like you have to see what's going on, and then you could blend what you have or already going on into the new sound.
Wow.
Like to actually give it a touch. For example, I feel that feeling too.
Wow.
Like the effort and the work I put in there, it's not even compared to like 10% of what I did in the. I mean, Jibril is not like I've actually did more work under that feeling too.
Okay.
But then,
okay.
The reason why I had to drop that feeling too is because the time I retired, like I was still on that wave.
Right.
Yeah, and I retired for a year, and I had few tracks, so I had to complete that project. I didn't want to just let it go, so I had to get it out the way. Then I could do what I'm doing. Whilst I've been out for a year, and then I think I've been working towards this particular moment.
So now the EP Jibril, and I know that, I mean, you spent a lot of time actually tweeting here and there, and I remember when it actually just started. But what triggered the EP? I mean, because you're let me just do this. So what was the trigger? What triggered the EP?
Okay, I was working on my mixtape and album at the same time. I'm in the studio, and then a basic bought this kind of beat that it was, so he did something on it. So I was like, boy, I could do something on this. It was like, okay, fine.
So basically, actually inspired that.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, let me do this. there was nobody in the studio. It was just us, so I just recorded that.
Right.
And then if you remember, I even dropped the time with a
Yes.
different beat.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was the beat. But then after J Life came inside the studio, and then he saw the beat, and then I was playing. He's like, "This is a very nice vibe," you know. I was like, "Okay, you think we could do the song again?" And you do it kind of like, you know, this on it. He was like, "Okay, cool." So he came back with a nice beat. That's this beat you hear.
Yeah.
We did it on it.
Right.
It was like, boy, I was like, boy, I think we have a whole EP there because I have the vibe right now. He's like, okay, cool. You know how he talks. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So he went out with Minka.
Yes.
By the time he's back, I've looked for beats and did like 2 songs again.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I had like 3. So I did the EP, like the whole recording process. It took about 2-3 days.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we were done with it. It was all mixing, and then that's when Hack was like,
Yeah.
you have this track you did with me like 6 months ago. or
Exactly.
whatsoever. I could drop it off if it has the same vibe. You guys should actually just do it. I was like, cool. So then that's the boot.
Yes.
Yeah, so it just fit in perfectly, you know.
Beautiful. So, just out of curiosity, I mean, it's 7 tracks.
Yeah.
Which of them is kind of like your favorite? Like, which one would you consider as like, yo? Because you know, let's get that out of the way now, because so people also know, because everyone pretty much has a favorite out of the whole EP.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite. Usually, the whole thing of the EP is I drop different vibes.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna look at what is really going well. And
Yes.
then I'm gonna, and then the album coming, I'm gonna shape the project according to like what the people want more.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's more of like a market research type of thing. You know?
So market research. So you don't have any favorite.
I don't have a favorite.
Okay,
I
good.
just like everything put together.
All right, good.
Like I'm not type of artist.
Right.
I like to give up projects and not like I dropped a new track. So if it's that, I could give you tracks every day, every single day.
Based on how you
Yeah,
feel.
every single day I could give you a track.
This is the Chill Zone now. Chill Mate today is, yes, G in the studio now. This is a text message that says, Jibril, the EP, I just can't get enough of it. Best of the Gambia ever. Right now, I'm trying to pick my favorite track, but I just can't, because all of the tracks are dope. Well, please leave your name at the end of the text message so we can actually give you a shout out real quick over here. You know how difficult it is to actually select a favorite song. I know what it is though, but I'm definitely going to flip it. I'll flip the talk a little bit. Okay. I know most people was like, oh yeah, we're just going to be asking about music. No, now the question is, are you emotionally stable now?
Well, what makes you ask that?
I'm just gonna ask because
my Twitter rounds?
No, not even. Okay, first of all, yeah, the Twitter rounds, but most of the songs, there's 1, 2, number 6, love, time, love, scar, love, lie, love,
Okay,
flexing,
honest,
love.
Okay, to be honest.
Are you emotionally? Hold on, leave him home.
I'll tell you one day before
Yes.
it came out. Yes. Like one day before it came out, that's when my girl, you know, I was trying to, like, I was going to something with my
Yes.
girl, like, for like a good 2 months we didn't talk. And,
Right.
You know, it was okay, you know, there's these people that, like, you're used to it. Let's say for the past few years, like, every day you wake up, like, there's one text you first get. Before you sleep, there's one person. But all I had to just stop within, like it had to stop, but then not for a week or 2, but for 2 months.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I wasn't getting any reply to text.
I said, you're very emotional. I mean,
wasn't
you're Mr. Lover. Let me just put it that way. No, but literally, you're from the first album to the second album. It's all love, though.
Every good artist is emotional.
True.
A good artist, I'll tell you. Every good artist, not every artist, but every good artist, for the likes of Drake, you put a Kanye, you put a Jay-Z, you put a Eminem. Right now, he did a full album. Okay, did this everybody that ever said back something to him? Because it's like, it's these things where when you reach a certain stage in your life, as an artist, I'm actually talking about, and you've done a lot. You've done albums, you've done classics. You're like at the peak where you don't feel it could even get higher than this with anybody else.
True.
Like, you've done your stuff. So when you have these new people that just come and do something, and then everybody's praising them, but then it doesn't stop at the praising. Like now,
right.
and they start comparing you to other people, and like maybe somebody that did one thing and you did that like 100 times, they even start to compare you two guys. So it's kind of we as an artist, it's not like we have to come and explain ourselves. Like anytime we say those kind of things, it might look as in like we're trying to hate or we're trying to do this, because everybody takes it in a different way. And like, for example, that feeling too.
Right.
That feeling was like was 5-6 years ago.
Approximately, basically.
I don't expect someone to be like a 20-year-old now that goes out like to actually know what happened during that time, like, and to understand.
It was a different phase.
And for a Dohe and all that stuff when it started, that's like 10 years ago.
True.
Yeah, so I take out 10 years from a 20-year-old.
I mean, that's
That's like my daughter's age. So like you don't really know much. Like, so
True.
I don't like we're in a country where like we don't store stuff. We don't have
I mean, there's not a
museum,
database. There's not a database
So
for most of
stuff,
these things.
It's just for the moment, and then if it's past, it passed.
True. And that's why we're working
And it's
on
not
making
just
sure
with
that
the
all that
music.
changes.
It's not just with the music. It's
Yes.
with everything. The
True.
football,
Oh, no,
the
yeah.
actors, the whatsoever. There's
know.
no place where, as in, if you do something for the next 2-3 years, it'll be remembered.
True.
Or you'll have a tribute. Okay, it's been like that, and I think we need to change it. With
I know.
everything.
I was like, the last time I was reading the news and we had a container of books for the library.
Yeah.
I was like, and so what happened to the last one that was there? I mean, there's not. I don't think they even have the track record of the books that were there.
Everybody's
And
just doing what you feel like. It's
so still in that line. Gambian women complain of the fact that Gambian men are not romantic.
we are.
Do you-
Trust me.
Okay, are we romantic?
Why, my girl was getting flowers, roses, chocolate left, right, and center when he opens the door in the morning, even though we're not in the same country. Trust me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that high smart boy. I get by.
Boy,
So,
I try,
so
boy.
but what do you think? Okay, but not everyone is really that. Is not really that emotional, or people does not show affection to that degree or to that degree. What do you think could be a way to kind of enhance or probably teach Gambian men how to treat their women right? Is it something that can be taught?
Not really. It's more of like understanding your partner. Like for example, mine.
Right.
She would like those stuff. Like when she gets it, she's really excited about it. But then the thing is, like she's always trying to play hard. As in, like she's a guy, you know those type of girls that,
like I'm a
but
boss
you're too
chick.
soft.
I'm a boss chick.
And it reached to the point where actually she even says like man, I'm too soft sometimes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. now, there's it also comes down to the issue of public affection or display of public affection. Or probably like you kiss her in public, that kind of thing.
What that's supposed to do with anybody else's problem? Like it's about, like for example, if you a lot of people in Gambia are like this. They base their relationship or whatever they got going on based on a public opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, like for example, with my girl, I don't care what the next person here thinks, that I'm too soft or I'm holding her back or I'm doing this and this.
Yeah, no, if you want to take back
Man,
it,
I hold her
boy, hey,
back.
wanna go high boy, high your son doing it, bag.
I hold her back. I open the door for her every time she gets in the car. I don't care about what anybody says.
Nah, that's a good one
I
right
don't care
there.
what anybody says. If I'm supposed to act hard, I'll act hard. Where I'm supposed to act hard. Man, I'm small, man, I'm good. Yeah.
I'm just saying. But now just PG-13. Oh no, PG-18 basically. I mean, yeah. If you, I'm about to say now. There's no hali amatu. And on the kids, we have to. They all go for contraceptives. They all go for condoms. There's family planning even in schools these days because these kids you can't control them. Now, in relationships in Gambia this day, do you think sex is? Sex actually plays a major role in relationships.
If you make it about sex, it's not gonna last.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're always gonna be wanting something different here and there. But the thing is, I don't really think it plays a major role.
Okay.
Yeah, it's there. It needs to be there. But then when you like a person, it's beyond sex.
True.
It's like her company. At times you could be in the bed or cuddled up.
But what if she can't hit it good? I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, you met a woman. You're expecting, you're expecting an A-class performance, and now you get it go.
Why would you expect an A-class performance? Like then that's one was been everywhere before you even met her. Come on.
True.
Yeah. So it's like you guys need to teach each other stuff until you know what she wants. And
Ooh, okay. Listen, yo, gentlemen, please listen. G's giving advices over here, though. Just make sure you grab this. This is a text message right here coming through. It says, "Hi, Danny. Tell G he is a fighter. When he said he was going to sing, I doubted him, but he's proven me wrong. And kudos to J-Line for the production. It's magnificent. This is King K on keys right here. Thank you so much for the. Yeah. That's it's a great one. I'm just gonna delve into this shortly. You on Twitter and pretty much on social media, you got pissed, especially when for the culture came out when Mike Jada mentioned your daughter in the song. How did you squash that out? Because I mean, you really are like, I saw your Twitter finger was like, we could read the rage in your tweets. How did you deal with that?
I know I have this coming up, this EP coming
right.
up. I don't want to mess that vibe for some kid that kind of in rap that haven't really done anything with his career yet. Like, instead of trying to like associate yourself with people that are actually doing something and try to do this, but you know, this whole this mentality. I believe there's a time for everything. Okay. And at that point I was pissed. I actually wanted to do stuff and whatsoever, but I was like, okay, let me let my EP drive, and then this and this and this. But like, what's gonna happen is supposed to happen, and it will happen, and I doubt you guys would actually know anything.
What do you mean? No, wait, we are supposed to know. You need to keep us in the loop, though. I mean,
no,
you can follow with live cameras.
It's no longer okay. I could go on the mic and go in the booth.
Yes.
And I could diss.
Oh, you saw Saturday. It's Saturday's. Was it 2.5 minutes? What's it called? Well, let me say he schooling Shatawale in Ghana. It was, I think that's so far that's been legendary though. I mean, he was in the booth, but it was something crazy.
Yeah, but then
is that something you eventually do?
But then that's you mentioned two people that are really big.
True.
Yeah, but then this is only me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mike is not an artist that you could call an artist yet. Like, he haven't put down, like, he doesn't have a catalog worth going to see him perform.
Well, he just has one album.
What album?
I mean, wait, he dropped an album. Where was that? Was it in
name me
March or April?
Name me 3 tracks of the album.
Wow. I haven't. I mean,
I could. Could you name me 3 tracks of? Yes. Could you name me 3 tracks of Wato TJ? Yes. Could you name me 3 tracks of that fill in too? Yes. Jesus EP. If I ask you the track, you will know.
Of course.
Yeah, because those are tracks. You don't put together a good collection or take a feature here. And like, if you're at a certain stage. When I wasn't, like, I remember when I was first being into the scene, I did my thing, but then there was this song where I came out. I was dissing Freaky Joe, Nancy Nance, whatsoever. But it wasn't this. Basically, I was just telling them, like, I'm better than you guys.
True.
But then that's the mentality you have when you started. When you start, you're trying to prove that you're a better rapper. You have
does that give you some form of advantage?
No, that's it's okay if that's inside you.
Right.
Yeah, but you don't claim like king, do these things. Why do you have, like, your peers are there? Like, you need to, like, work with people. You don't need to put yourself on a certain place where, like, for example, the whole, like, I've known a lot of artists here. Like, their main problem is accepting their position. Like, they think they're at this level. Like, so now they're not willing to do stuff that people on this level are.
Now, people putting themselves on a different pedestal, actually, because I don't think there hasn't really been standard sets set to create the different, the difference in category, especially. I think what the few of some of you are already doing with the music platforms and the creation of labels and that sort of thing, and the international bookings is beginning to really create a different what's it called, a bridge between who is on top and who is not.
Yeah, but I would tell you, like, for example, if an artist always goes online and be like, Maneka number 1, I have this one, I have this amount of views, I have this, that's the artist really. Okay, people don't like that. Like, once you start bragging about yourself and stuff like that, people don't like that. So it's a presenter's job to actually do these things, but
Yeah.
there are very few good presenters. And then even the ones that are really doing shows, they have like there's 2-3 artists that are their friends. So they're like, there's nothing here that could actually say, like for example, like if you go to the States,
Right.
you see about 40-50 radio stations around the country. It's all owned by one major, like
True.
it's like one guy that like it's like one parent company owns all of those stations.
True.
So when a hit track is out, all these labels like they work with that one, like the other one parent company. So either radio you actually put on, like the top 10, top 20s, they're always the same.
True.
Like no matter what radio you play, because that's what's really going on in the country. So it might be here number 1, but it might be here number 3. It might be, but then all the top 20 are usually the same.
All right.
Yeah, so that's how you slot it. But then that's when the presenters control, like those kind of things. This is number 1 today.
This is,
and then
yeah.
you will know the difference between artists.
Exactly.
And then here's the thing again. So if you, like for example, happen to have a track in that a top 20, it means something. Yeah, but here for example, if a Star FM plays my stuff in there, it doesn't mean nothing, because at the end of the day, the presenter just have some few tracks of his WhatsApp and start playing, and this is the one he likes. He plays what he personally likes. It's not like they play what they think is hot.
But
And then
I spoke of it in the morning, and how I feel in Gambia artists have to begin to re-evaluate the content that they bring out, or how they bring out the content.
The
Because
only way
if you're
I
going
could
to,
advise you on something, like the only way that could be possible is,
Right.
for example, you see how we say we need an artist union.
Yes.
An artist union.
Is that even could that work? Could the artist union work?
A presenter union could work, but the artists I doubt, because we don't come along together. Yeah, but for example, the presenters, it could work in a way like the radio stations are not too many yet.
Of course not.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
we're about 30, 35 radio stations.
Like if all the hot shows
yeah.
come together, like you, Danny, come,
Right.
another one that's hot on West Coast,
Right.
another one hot, and you guys form your organization together, and you like, okay, this is how we want to work.
Right.
If an artist is gonna come to promote, this is what we charge.
Yes.
If you're gonna come to do this, this is what we're gonna schedule. Okay, at the end of every week, you guys have a WhatsApp. Okay, what tracks do you think that are hot this week? Okay, we add this one to our list. So every list of every top 20 that you're gonna be playing, it will be the same. It doesn't matter how you play it, but then this is what we keep hot.
True.
Yeah. So with all these backdoor deals,
Well,
and everything,
structuring is pretty
it's
much
all-
going to is going to put a lot of things in perspective if we look into it. But right here, right now, we have G in the studio. Text messages can come to the 1076. I already have a few.
If you interested, beauty and brains, oh, that's a blessing. I see you flexing, texting. I see you flexing, texting.
What 076 texting flexing with G over here, texting and flexing.
Yeah, you know, say I'm gonna learn you like
Well, no. That mom, no. So like I say, when I got phone, I'm like, even if they're not doing anything,
Yeah, you go with the iPhone X lah.
Wow, I said, hang on, we text the flex. Try mom Snapchat flexing be more hell, but this is another text message right here. It says, I think it should be from the same King K. He says, "Hi Danny, please ask G whether he can perform this song live or just give him the beat." So he can sing, because I doubt his voice. Yo,
No, but to be honest,
yeah.
like, the voice I use,
yes.
it's not hard.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not hard.
They simplify. I'm telling you,
Exactly.
your producers simplify the chords. Just made it easy for you.
Okay, for example, maybe this one
Right.
is like a whole project put together.
Right.
Like then that's when they hear singing. But the halata is all
Of course,
singing.
yeah.
Mere is all singing. And the thing is, I could even tell you something. I think the halata and all these tracks, because the past 3 tracks I did, I think I actually recorded myself.
Okay.
And in this one, and even the score I recorded myself.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like the voice is there, but it needs a little bit of tweaking here and there.
Yeah.
But with the halata, I did one take.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't actually go and redo it again, or I didn't like this. I just did it one time because we were working on the beat, and then we were supposed to redo the vocals again after we're done with the beat. But then once we were done with the beat, we just like, but it looks like the vocals are muy cool.
Like
Then,
there's no need for us to press
Yeah.
something extra to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go a little bit into the nationwide tour, like we said earlier before we went into the song. So we already have few dates. We have Friday the 19th of October.
That's this Friday.
Okay,
this Friday.
Okay, so this Friday, Banjul, it's happening
at the Memorial Hall.
Yes, that's Team G Music right there. We have this Saturday as well already.
Bakau Happy Corner.
Bakau Happy Corner on the 26th. That's next week Friday. That's in Bara. You cannot actually afford to miss it. They said by Modul Lodge. By Modul Lodge on Saturday, November 24th.
There's a date that one that's supposed to be a Jesus luncheon. So I kind of make the date like to be the day before now.
Okay.
So
it's going to be 23rd instead of 24th. It's going to
be 23rd, and then when I'm done there,
that's Basse.
I'll come from Basse. I'll come the same day so that I can I still have the support,
Of course, though. I mean, the next big thing. So these are the dates. So Saturday, so it's going to be Friday, November 23rd at Basse Youth Hall, and the Sunday, November 25th is going to be at Fajara Hotel. Is that going to be another pool thing too?
Barbecue, just come through. We're gonna have fun. That's gonna be it's not gonna we're gonna have the performances, but then it's when you get to come and chill with me. Basically, I'll be in the pool. I'll be doing
the do. And I mean,
and stay in tune. There'll be more.
Basically, more dates are meant to be added to it.
We just confirmed Jara Soma and I think Pelingara and other few places. So before the weekend, we'll have a few dates we're gonna put out again. But for now, let's just stick to this Friday, Banjul, this Saturday, Bakau, and then I'll be putting out the flyers today on my social media. Okay. Banjul, we're gonna go with DJ Mos is gonna be doing the promotion and he'll be playing as well. Okay. And Bakau will be having a DJ Fireman as well. And we have a few home-based artists there, like Hyper is gonna be there, and throughout the Bakau and Banjul, I have a Big Fa and a Royal Messenger coming through to support as well. Okay. And of course YD. Okay.
Yes, YD most definitely has to. YD definitely has to be there.
My hair.
Yes, YD. You know how the boy did. Okay, real quick. Let me just spell that out. Gambia, we're playing tomorrow versus Togo. Prediction: who you give it to?
0-0 or 1-1 for Togo.
So who's win? Who do you think is going to win, or is it going to be another draw?
It depends. Because here's the thing: when I follow football, I get the whole picture. Like it's a group stage thing, and even if we win, we don't qualify.
Biology.
No, that's the honest truth. Like for example, you're in a group of 4 people. Right. Like if you win 1 or 2, you get a chance to be on the top 2. I think only the top 2 are gonna qualify, right? Or is it the one of them? Yeah. So one of them. Yeah. So we're not gonna qualify.
Oh come on, man! Dude, just be a little hopeful. You're not. Well,
no, if they win, I celebrate for what?
But
I'm a big fan. I know. Like I know. Like for example. Pamela Giant, that's like he always messages and we talk, like he's a good friend. Steve, we're gonna have an event together this December. We're doing a charity football game as well. Okay. To have it with them and Jack and all these players, they're all my close friends. But the thing is, Gambia, it's these. Players are not the problem. It's about having a person that's gonna put them together, make them work together. True. Yeah. So we always have everybody has an opinion of who's the best coach and who can do this and who can do.
They just got us a white dude now, though.
Boy.
Boy.
Come on, boy. What? Boy. Yeah. Like there's these things when it comes to. Coaching, I could coach Barcelona.
Right?
No, they have a good team.
Well,
I could just go and say,
like, okay, guys, this one. That eventually is good to work.
Trust me.
I know. I mean, we as Gambia right now, we're complaining about how we don't have light. Water does not exist in some parts of the country.
Yes.
And today we are launching the TRRC. That's the
My sister's the
wow.
number 2.
yeah, they say TRRC. That is Truth, Reconciliation, Reparation Council or Committee.
And special congrats to my big sister. They made the I don't know what number 2.
Do you know what number 2?
I don't follow those things, but
But now, do you think it's actually helpful? I mean, regardless of all, I mean, the recession we have going on in the country.
what happened
is
in the
that-
commission? Did it
I mean,
did it solve anything?
Well, they didn't. They didn't tell us how that came out.
Well, it's gonna be the same thing. It's just for people who know and have entertainment on TV because there's nothing on GRTS.
Oh boy.
There's nothing there.
So, well, how if you were asked in Gambia right now, what's going on? What would you say?
We have a poor leadership
Oh boy.
and a very we kind of miss priorities. Like for example, you in a country where like 60-70% are all youth.
Yeah.
You don't focus on youth. Okay, it's good to have a bridge and build all these things, but at the end of the day, who's gonna go on the bridge? Like, are you only catering for big businessmen as well, like that to do their businesses so that they could, move fast and stuff like that? At the end of the day, with all these projects, I've actually been seeing the pledge, the money that's been coming in. There's nothing whatsoever focused on the youths.
And
If-
there
if-
needs to
if-
be
if-
there needs to be
if
a
I was a
focus. There needs to
politician-
be a sector.
You have
That's focusing.
60-70%. You know,
True.
like
That's entire. That's
It's not-
basic.
it's
That's the
not-
entire country.
it's not people that were fighting the government for the long time that took out Jammeh. No, it was the kids that were born
True.
during the time that he took over that didn't know anything about him. But now they understood that this guy is not doing right and they took him out.
True.
Okay, so we are expecting hope. Like for an artist of for my stage in any other country, I would have been rich.
True.
Like for a presenter that's as popular as you are in anywhere, you would have been rich.
True.
For a guy working at the bank, if you were working at a bank anywhere else, you would have been rich. Because it's
Well-
our level here is not really.
Well,
And then we expected hope.
it's basically entirely. It's all over.
Yeah.
Last question before I ask you to sing the national anthem because that was the challenge that we had
Oh,
here.
but
And
why
there's
is it
like,
probably- why is it probably
you-
three like that?
billahi, you gee, don't feel we national anthem.
Okay,
Take,
let me-
balang adam. So
okay,
the
let me-
last
hold on.
question. Wait, the last question before you go. I know it's already a time where a lot of people are beginning to consider what to do or what fun places to go to. Like not just here, but also up country around the Gambia. You've had a chance to travel. So if you are asked to recommend maybe 5 nice places in Gambia that people could go for like exotic experiences, where would you recommend?
Ngala Lodge is nice.
Okay, Ngalo, that's a rich spot. Yes.
No,
one.
I mean the place itself.
Yeah,
like,
okay,
where is
yeah.
it? It's nice.
So Ngalo Lodge one.
Is it supposed to be places where you could go and eat and do stuff like that? Or
It
just
doesn't
go?
matter. I mean, you could go sightseeing and stuff.
If you're a business person as well, I think Farafenya would be the perfect ideal spot for you because
Okay,
it has
Farafenni.
it's like a meeting point
Yes.
where from Bissau people come meet out Senegal, everybody.
All right, number 3.
Yeah, number 3. What's that place called again? Which has the huts underwater? What's it?
Makasutu.
Makasutu.
Okay,
Correct,
Makasutu. Yeah.
Pohola.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm planning to go with my girlfriend.
Okay. But kanya dem punyo anda boy.
No, girlfriend thing lah ni.
No, but double date, bro. Double date. Most definitely. Double date, bro.
Man, December dal.
Wow.
I'm taking few bookings there. I'm not
Wow.
taking everything there. I need
No.
to spend time with my girl. Yeah, so
Okay, so double date. Okay, number 4.
number 4, I would say I've never been to the Basse, but I've seen nice pictures of the places and stuff.
Okay,
And then
so
number 5,
mhm.
Jinak Island before guy knew Yahanya Fanega, but it used to look beautiful, boy. That land, like the weed plantation,
Yeah,
boy,
yeah.
trust me, but it used to be nice.
I heard it's a beautiful place, but where is that even located? Where's that?
It's still like 20-30 minutes from the bridge here, Banjo.
Okay.
Yeah, you just take a small boat and you're there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I heard one day they said the government been giving them threats, so they had to cut down everything. and stuff
Okay.
like
So
that.
other than that,
Government-
is there any other place you recommend?
uh,
Sindola,
yes, permission.
Kanilai.
No, man, for Bokuma.
Okay, yo. So sing the national anthem, G. Come on, man. Just give us what you got.
For
Just
the Gambia, our homeland, we strive and work and pray. And that band's a play.
come on, man.
God, may live in unity, freedom and peace each day.
Mm-hmm.
Guide
La khaydallah, la khaydallah.
action towards the common good. But I can't.
Thank you so much for coming over here. We wish you well. It's actually happening. The tour, the nationwide starts of this Friday, Saturday as well. So Friday is in Banjul, Saturday is in Bakau, and then the days follow. You could actually follow G on social media. He's on Twitter, he's on Instagram, he's on Facebook.
I'm everywhere
and he is currently still #1 on YouTube. On iTunes. It's on Amazon. It's on Deezer, Spotify, everywhere. You could get the Jibril EP. Thank you so much for coming and spending time with us right here on the Chill Zone. I want to say thank you so much to AfriCell. Yes,
my pleasure. AfriCell, thank you guys for everything. And even today, I just had another great news that on a few of my dates, we're actually gonna do it free for them.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they'll buy all the tickets on some dates.
So AfriCell supporting as well.
Yeah, they're supporting.
Beautiful. So the favorite song that a lot of people actually, this is almost everyone's favorite song, Lie. And my girl was like, oh yeah, so does he mean he lied? I'm like, no. He's lying for her. He would lie for her. Don't be out here calling men. Don't do that. Thank you so much for our videograph. Mona Wagan Fai. I'm almost a Fai. Yeah, bye. God bless, bro.
For you, girl, I will cry,